Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. You know how we do all the time. Yeah, here right again with Kula. Yeah, politics in pidgin, POLIDGIN. This be the first episode where we will have discussions on topics on things really happening for the country inside. So today the topic be cost of living in Ghana. Where on my left be Gifford student. He did UPSA. He did study finance and accounting, right? Yeah. Then on my right be Moses Menu. He did University of Ghana, where he did more economics and accounting and economics and finance. Yeah. So you know how we do before you go watch the video. If you know subscribe, I beg you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment after watching. Make sure you comment, then share. If it be you share, make a brother man see you do up. That be how we do So I will start plus Gifford, make ready. Sure. Alright, so Gifford on my left. How you see cost of living for Ghana inside?
Okay, so the cost of living, if we use a trajectory, you could compare from 2016 to 2020, from 2020 to 2022, and even if you reach 2022, you go compare them from January to March. We go see a rise from January to March. You go see there was a sharp increase in the cost of living in Ghana. So that be how we do right now. There's a sharp increase in cost of living, and it's not only in Ghana, it's globally. Okay,
so in conclusion, you see cost of living in Ghana they high.
Cost of living globally is high.
No, in Ghana,
globally, affecting Ghana also.
Yeah, but then we are talking about cost of living in Ghana. So cost of living in Ghana, is it high or
it high?
Okay, sure.
I don't want to make we discount the fact that cost of living globally is high. There's a high rise in inflation.
Okay. So we'll come to that one for sure. Okay, Moses.
Yeah.
How you did? You did cool?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sure. So how you see cost of living for Ghana right now?
I would like to correct something that he said. He said when looking at cost of living, you have to use from 2016 to 2020 and 2020 to 2022. I don't know where he got that criteria from. When we look at cost of living, we don't use from 2016 to 2020 or 2020 to 2022. It's normally measured probably every year. So it's even with inflation rate, it's measured every year. We don't use 4 years. Like he wants to compare NDC to MPP, and that's not the main aim of this program. The main aim of this program is to educate people about what's happening in the country right now.
But he didn't make mention of MPP or NDC.
Because if you told me 2016 2020, NDC's era ended at 2016 and MPP started in 2017. So he wants to compare the two parties. But
he hasn't said that, so you can't go into
going back to
you can't draw conclusions.
Going back to cost of living, everyone knows.
Okay, so how you see cost of living for the country right now?
Cost of living. I shouldn't be the one to tell you that cost of living is high in Ghana. If cost of living is high, you will know, because you feel it in your pocket. So I'm not the one supposed to tell you. If last 2 years we were buying kinky for 1 cedi and now I'm buying for 2 Ghana cedis, I shouldn't be the one to tell you that cost of living has increased. You should know that it has increased, and obviously we all know pure water a year ago was 20 pesos, but now it's 40 pesos.
Okay.
So obviously cost of living is very, very high.
Okay, sure.
I would like to correct something. When I said 2016 and 2020, you trying to target politically 2016-2020 is NPP's era. 2020-2022 MPP's era. You made mention of
2016. MPP took in 2017.
2020-2022 MPP's era. Yeah. And you made mention of he talks last 2 years. What was the name? Water was 20 pesos. That's the same thing I'm doing. If I say that let's look at it from 2016 to 2020, it's the same trajectory. I'm still making analysis. Yeah. If last 2 years it was 20 pesos and now it's 40 pesos, that means there's been an increase. Okay. So what is the reason for that increase? That's why we are here. It's not a political. They stop tackling it politically.
Let me correct something. My point is that 16 to 2020 is not a criteria to use. It's like he seems to think that we have to use every 4 years or every 2 years or every. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's normally calculated every year. So on a fair basis, you have to use it. You have to compare it yearly. No, maybe 4 years or maybe 8 years or 2 years or something. Or if you do that, it means we are stretching.
Okay. Thank you, Moses. Thank you, Gifford. So moving to the next question. So the next question is, Gifford, as you speak about cost of living, you make mention, say you accept, say the cost of living they go up.
The cost of living
everywhere globally,
astronomically high.
Globally, right?
Between 2020 and 2022, globally, yes.
Globally, and in Ghana, you've accepted that in Ghana as well. So can you state some of the reasons why cost of living they go up? You know some of the reasons why cost of living they go up, because some people they know they understand the economic statistics. Like maybe say they go on, it affects cost of living for the country inside. It's about what I try to talk. So if you explain.
So before I go make my point, if you go hospital, say you get malaria, what's be the cause of malaria? Mosquito bites. Mosquito bites be the cause of malaria. So let me make my point now. We had in 2019 getting 2020, that was when COVID hit us. We get all on our economies shuts down. People know they go job. Factories, they know they produce anything again. We know they go school. We know they go school again. As we did, we were in SHS by then. We know they go school. Nobody they go school anything. I mean, there was a halt in productivity in Ghana. So that's affected the economy. And secondly, just between this year, between March and now, or February and now, we've seen the Russia-Ukraine war. That has also worsened the plight of the economy, or worsened the plight of citizens. That's how I'll put it in that way.
Okay. So clearly, you just state, say, like
I've stated the general points. Yeah.
You use COVID and you use the Russia-Ukraine war. Then before, make ask you this question: before COVID come, then cost of living for the country inside, then it be stable. The cost of living for the country, then it be stable before, or
cost of living.
Then it go up before COVID come, or then it be stable.
Cost of living was stable. Cost of living was stable because you could
from
see
2016 to 2019.
Yes, if you look at the economy, the economy was growing. In 2016, real GDP growth was at 3.4%.
Where did you get
2017? This is on Ministry of Finance. You can also go to Statistical Service. They also give you this. 2017. It shot up to our growth of the economy shot up to 8.1%. It shot up to 6.3, shot up to 6.5. Then this is when the COVID came.
It shot up to 8.1.
Shot up to 8.1. Okay, came down to 8.3, 6.3. Then shot up to 6.5.
Okay.
Went to 6.8. Then you see 2021. That was when we were feeling the aftermath of COVID.
Okay.
And it came down to 5.1. So I would talk, say, before the pandemic, yes, we were on a stable. Cost of living was stable. It was okay. This is the growth of the economy.
So 8.1 to 6.3 to 6.5 to 6.8
and
to
came down to 5.1.
So let's take. So let me use 8.1 to 6.3. How stable can you define that one? How stable can you define the economy from 2017
if you want to go into the details, it will be a whole. It will change the dynamics of what we come talk about.
Okay.
But what I will tell you is, if you want to take the wealth or the finances of or the health of an economy, these are some of the things you need to look at. So this is what I mentioned: 8.1, 2017, 8.1. Then it came down to 6.3. Went to 6.5, went to 6.8.
Okay. So, Moses, what do you think about this information? Have you seen this?
Okay. He said something that he wants to blame the cost of living currently on COVID-19 and on the Russia and the Ukraine war. We are in 2022, for God's sake. COVID happened, let's say, roughly from 2019, and we experienced COVID in Ghana, I think, in March 2020. And we are in 2022 now, and you still want to blame cost of living on COVID-19. Well, you can do that, but let's look at our neighboring countries. I won't compare Ghana to US. I won't compare Ghana to France. I'll compare Ghana to Togo, to Cote d'Ivoire, to Burkina. He was talking about the Russia-Ukraine war. Yes, cost of living the Russia is a big supplier of fuel or petroleum to the world. I think it's the second largest supplier also. So obviously the Russia-Ukraine war would affect fuel prices, which in turn would affect the cost of living in the country. So let's look at the price of fuel in Ghana right now. It's $1.409 currently. Let's look at the cost of fuel in Togo. So in Togo, I'm coming a minute.
You should have done this. Okay,
I'm coming. So price of fuel per liter in Togo is 0.989, and in Ghana it's 1.4. If you calculate, yes, thank you. Cote d'Ivoire, it's 1.155. So if you're trying to tell us that Cote d'Ivoire and Togo, they live in an isolated world where they are not affected by the Russia and Ukraine war, obviously not. They're also affected by the Russia and Ukraine war, but because of good policies that have been put in place, the price of fuel in Togo is 0.9, whereas the price of fuel in Ghana is 1.4. Currently, if you look at Ghana, there are so many taxes on our fuel. There's polar tax, which is a sanitation and I think pollution levy. Yes, energy sector levy, which was brought in 2015 for just 2 years. It was during that time the world price of fuel had gone down. So you see Ghana exports fuel currently. So they needed a margin to fix the budget, because if we export, it means we were getting small amounts. So they brought the energy sector levy to increase the amount that they will get. Do you get what I'm trying? So it was just for 2 years. But the energy sector levy, we are still in 2022, and we are still paying energy sector levy. So it means they've extended it for 5 good years, and up to now we don't know when they are going to stop. So we could probably pay it to Ekufado or to the NPP government leaves power. So we have about 10 taxes. Let me mention a few of the 10 taxes we have in Ghana right now. We have the margin.
So 10 taxes on fuel or 10 taxes
10
on
taxes on fuel.
Okay.
So these are you know that if we remove these taxes from fuel, it means we are probably going to reduce the price of fuel for about 15% or so. So if right now the cost of fuel in Ghana is $1.44 and these taxes are removed, probably we'll be paying about 0.9 or even 1, like Togo is paying for fuel right now. So we can't solely blame it on COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine, because our neighboring countries are paying few prices, are paying little amount of money for fuel. So if we are paying more, you can't tell me it's because of COVID-19.
Okay.
Because of Russia-Ukraine war.
Okay, thank you very much. Gifford, I have a question for you. Yeah. So the question for you is, you see, like you mentioned early on concerning the Russia-Ukraine war and increasing fuel prices in Ghana and in Togo. Togo is a neighboring country to Ghana. Where Togo fuel prices, they like, you mentioned 90 cents.
It's 0.9, so like 90 cents.
90 cents, and Ghana that's 1.4.
1.4. Cote d'Ivoire has
dollars, right?
Yes, Cote d'Ivoire has 1.15.
So that's $1.4, right? So what they make fuel prices higher in Ghana than in Togo?
Okay, so I would like address something he talked to. COVID happened 2 to 3 years ago. Economies have been built for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. COVID came and collapsed economies. Economies went into recession. So you can't sit down and tell me that economies that have been built in 50 years, you want us to take just 3 years or 2 years to build back what was built in 50 years. How does that make
Can you state examples of?
sense.
Can you state examples of? You state examples of such economies.
Economies so them build for.
Yeah.
Oh, but our economy. Let's just take
Like other countries.
let's use Ghana. Let's use Ghana. Ghana's economy. How many years have we been since 1990 or 1992 or whatever?
Yeah.
Since yes, Ghana's economy has been built over 30. Over 20 years, over 20 years now. This is 20 years now. And you are telling me that something that's been built over 20 years now, in just 1 year, we had to stop production. Production went to was drastically low. We're not exporting. They had closed down air barriers and everything. And then he told me that whole was built in 30 years. You expect us to use 2 years. I mean, how does that make this thing? And then let's move. Let's.
Then I don't want to ask question concerning what you talk already.
Okay.
So we get neighboring countries.
Yes.
We get neighboring countries. So then the effect of economy, the effect of COVID on Ghana. Then the other countries, them no get the effect some. Them no shut down businesses, schools no go, like them no close down schools and things. Then how come cost of living for Ghana they higher than some of these countries around?
What is you right now? He spoke right now. What he spoke about was he was trying to compare what do you call it? You are comparing fuel prices of different countries,
neighboring countries,
and yes, neighboring countries. Let's take it like that. And cost of living doesn't depend only on fuel. Okay, but let's just give you the benefit of the doubt that okay, that's not what happens. Okay, so let's take. You said Ghana.
Does fuel mainly affect cost of living in the country? The prices of fuel doesn't mainly affect everything, because the increase in price of fuel affects it literally affects everything.
It affects everything.
So it's a main. It has
a ripple effect. It has a ripple effect. Yes. That one. They are not discounts. Please let me finish making my point. Because when making your point, I didn't say anything. Let me finish making my point. Yes. Fuel prices has a ripple effect on all sectors of the economy. That one day we cannot discount it. You were talking about taxes that have been put on fuel. Okay, let's I think I had was taxes that, and I would like to say that taxes that have been put on taxes that are on fuel. How many of them you are saying that? He made a statement that the taxes,
how many taxes you mentioned?
We are paying the taxes
9 or 10.
How many did Akufo-Addo bring in, please? How many did Akufo? You want to make? You want to?
No.
You want to make it?
No, you asked me a question. You have to answer.
You want to?
What was the question?
When it comes to your points, you can answer all my questions. So I mean, take note of everything I'm saying, because I take note of everything I'm saying here. So I mean, how many taxes did Akufo-Addo bring into add to the taxes on petroleum products? You said Bola tax. It's called Bola tax or sanitation tax. I mean, you said
sanitation and pollution tax.
Sanitation and pollution tax.
That's been captioned by him as Bola tax.
Yes, it's. I mean, these taxes are used to keep the country clean. Nothing more, nothing less. So how many? Nothing more, nothing less. Honestly, nothing more, nothing less. But wait, let's not divert from cost of living. Okay. Let's not divert from the topic cost of living, because you are directing this thing too much politically, doing subtle jobs and everything. Understand your plight. It's normal. Understand your plight is normal. Understand your plight. It's normal.
Diverting.
It's normal. It's normal.
No, I don't understand.
It's normal.
All of you guys, are you enjoying this?
If you can sit down and open your mouth and say that we pay taxes into Akufo-Addo's pocket, I mean,
no one said.
Do you understand? He said it. He made that statement. He made that statement.
Okay, sure. So the video will tell.
You made that statement. You made that statement. That I mean, how will you say? I mean, I will not stoop so low to this kind of political gimmicks or political gymnastics. I'll not stoop so low to
gymnastics
address
that kind of
thing.
Reminds me of something.
But coming back to the main issue. Prices of fuel. I mean, let's look into the pricing of fuel and everything. Fuel, we have what is called, we have the world price.
Yeah.
We have the world price.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have countries, we have BDCs here, bulk distributing companies. They are the ones who import they import oil. They import oil from those countries. Keep your points. They import these oils. When the BDCs import, I mean, these BDCs are trying to make money and everything. So I mean, of course, they add their own percentage to it, to the fuel that they've imported. So BDCs, then we have OMCs. OMCs is Goil. The examples are the Goil, Petrosol, Total, Shell. They are the OMCs. They go and then they go and buy from these BDCs who have imported the fuel at world price. When they come, BDCs also need to make, what's the name, profit on whatever, because they are businesses. They are not just come to that the fuel. So no, make her finish. Before these BDCs, after BDCs have added whatever they want to add, then we have the government's taxes and everything. On that comes on the fuel, and that gives you the price of fuel per liter. And then if you are talking about taxes, the taxes that we can be able to take off the what's the name petrol. I mean, price per liter. When you take it off, it doesn't even amount to 15 pesos or so.
The what?
When you take all the taxes, it doesn't amount to 15 pesos. You ask your question. Ask your question, Mika.
Okay, so you get figure for the world price per liter.
I don't have world price per liter, but I know that at some point the world price a barrel was at the highest 140 per barrel when it was lingering around $140 per barrel. When world price was lingering around $89. So I mean, it's understandable that we were paying for 5, 6, 5, 8, 6, and then it has gone to 9 right now. It's understandable, because if world price was lingering around $89 per barrel, and it has shot up to $140 per barrel, you should understand that. I mean, they are not coming to dash fuel to Ghanaians because of they also
you made mention
making business.
You made mention of like comparing like the total price of taxes on fuel in the country. Say you know they catch how much. I'm saying that
you
know they catch how much.
I say if they say what people are
I'm really interested in that.
What people are advocating for governments to take off. Let me just look for.
You made mention of 15 pesos, right?
Let me look for the exact figure before. I don't want to put out anything that is false.
You mentioned the figure already, actually. So
taxes. So total taxes on petroleum is 1.90. 1 CD 90 pesos. Okay. So how does government run the country? Through taxes. So if you want us, if COVID happened, governments gave relief to a lot of companies. A lot of people are not paying tax because they've given us a relief. We have a revenue shortfall. You want government to also take the small government is getting. You want them to take it, and then you want them to take it off, so that what we raise, our revenue that we raise, will also come low. What we use to fund the budget, so that do you know what some people think is wise to do? That we should go to IMF and go and borrow money.
Who are the people? Who are those people?
Who are IMF? Who are those people? I've heard some people advocating. I see some people advocating. That one you can go and make your own checks and you find out. Those people who are.
No, you should tell us the people. No, you should tell us the people. Yes, and he said something. No.
Okay, if you want to know the people, I can tell you the people. The NDC was advocating that we should go to IMF. I mean, how can you be so wise? You say you can manage the economy, but you want us to go to IMF, borrow more, so that we put more our GDP, debt to GDP ratio, which you want us to like close the gap. What are you saying?
So okay,
he was saying something about taxes. Initially, he said, okay, I think he's corrected himself, so let me just forget it.
What did you say?
When I said 15%, I said we wanted.
No, you know when you add the
calculating
it will not reach 15 pesos.
Taxes that they wanted us to.
You said it will reach.
They wanted us to remove. They wanted the government to remove.
Who wanted?
15 pesos.
He said they. Who wanted?
People were advocating. I mean, people were advocating. We are not the only people running the
people were advocating, but it wasn't. It's not like all of them were advocating for them to remove this particular tax. Everyone had their opinion. Maybe someone would say, okay, remove two of the taxes. Someone would say 5. Someone would say 7. So if you say the taxes that they wanted to remove, which people are they? Because everyone has the number of taxes that they want the government to remove. So if you say it's like they are giving a particular number of taxes that
what I heard say the tax say if you accumulate the taxes then we get for fuel top or something, then they catch 50. Did you say 15 or 15? Because I heard 15.
I said what I said was that what they want. See, when you look at the taxes on it, all the taxes have uses. Yeah. And then when those people when the economists when those people who understand the economy they understand the economy, and when they sit down and then they see that okay, these are very, very important taxes, when they look at those that they think, oh okay, when you take it out it won't affect us too much. That's what I was talking about, that it won't add up to more like 15%, but I don't know whether is really correct, but yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that when you accumulate all taxes it will get to 15%.
Okay,
he was saying something that because of the world market, so if importers they import petroleum, obviously they imported it to make profit, so they also add their own, so obviously the price of fuel in Ghana will go up. And my question is, in Togo they also have the same importers, they also import. In Burkina they also import, but why is it that? And they also import it from the world market. So if at the world market, for this is an example, if they say they bought it for $1, it doesn't mean that's how they bought it, but as an example, it means if importers in Ghana also go, they do also buy for $1. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if in Togo the price is less, if in Burkina the price is less, if in Cote d'Ivoire the price is less, why then do you still tend to blame it on the world market, or still want to blame it on Russia-Ukraine war? Because if it's Russia-Ukraine war, I would expect, okay, if the prices of petroleum in Togo is high, if the price of petroleum in Ghana is high, it should be high in Togo too, because you all buy from the same world market. Okay. But in Togo it's 0.9, in Ghana it's 1.4. So it means in Ghana we are paying about 0.5%, $0.5 more. Yeah. And now dollar to cedi is about 70 or 80, 0.5 times 7.5. How much are we paying more? Okay. Yes, and secondly, moving on to the cost of living, one major factor is also depreciation of our currency. Because if our currency depreciates, it means when we are going to import something, it means we have to we have to buy more dollars. So if let's say initially, if Ghana $1 to cedis, $1 is, let's say, 5 cedis for example, and now it has increased to 7 cedis. So initially, if I'm going to buy maybe a car worth $10,000 from US, and maybe at that time dollar to cedi was $1 to 5 Ghana, so it means I have to
add more money.
It means that at that moment I have to pay 50,000 to purchase. I have to convert 50,000 Ghana cedis to $10,000 to purchase that $10,000 car. Okay. So now if the dollar to cedi rate has increased and it's 7 Ghana cedis, it means now I have to convert 75,000 Ghana cedis to purchase the same $10,000 car. You get what I'm trying to say? So if the importer goes import and he exchanges more Ghana cedis to purchase the same good, I mean, when it comes back, you add his profits and the selling price also increase. You get what I'm trying to say? Yes. So apart from the fuel aspect, the depreciation of the currency is also a major factor of why the cost of living in Ghana has gone up. And you can't tell me you blame the depreciation on Russia-Ukraine war. Okay. You can't tell me you blame the depreciation on COVID-19, because actually COVID-19 actually even helped Ghana's currency to appreciate. If you check the records during the year of COVID-19, Ghana's currency depreciated less than it's depreciated in 29. Do you know why? Do you know? Because in Ghana, we tend to import more than we export.
Okay.
So when COVID-19 happened, they closed borders. So means we are not able to what? Import. So if you are not able to import, means no one is going to exchange the cedi for the dollar. So it means the demand for dollar in the system decreased. You know what I'm trying to say? Yes. So it actually helped our currency to gain strength. So you can't blame the depreciation of the currency on COVID-19. You can't blame it on the Russia-Ukraine war. So if the depreciation of the currency is going up, it's depreciating very fast, and cost of living is going up very fast, obviously you have to accept the blame. You have to accept the blame and blame it on who is running the country right now. Because Bawumia told us that he's arrested the dollar.
Vice President.
The Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia told us that he's arrested the dollar, and he's locked it up, and he's giving the key to the lock to the IGP. So if the cedi is continuing, is depreciating more, it means there's something wrong with the fundamentals. And he even told us that if the fundamentals are weak, what will expose you? Exchange rate. So definitely it means that the fundamentals are weak. So it's not because of COVID-19, or it's not because of what Ukraine, Russia. Okay. The fundamentals are very weak.
Okay, guys, if you know say you did enjoy this video, like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make you comment, make you no forget, make I know if you be Gifford or Moses, you actually they understand better. If you get any questions to them, you feel leave for the comment section, because we'll be having this again. I think this conversation is getting more interesting. Wouldn't you love to be here again?
Yeah, I'd love to.
How about you?
Oh,
of course. So keep the conversation going. Do you understand?